coming last Ronin's way, but that can't say last Ronin can't make this work, because they can easily make this if they do the right stuff and get some early farm on that Sven. Sven can start to kind of snowball, especially with that ultimate. Let's get into introducing these teams. Full team name I've already unfortunately forgotten, but now have time to say it. Sleeping Genesis. We do have Sentinel. He will be taking up blue position, captain, possibly captain's role on the Queen of Pain, followed by his support of Sen on that Visage. Kronos will be picking up that Gyrocopter. Vid on the Crystal Maiden, and finally, but not least, Bago on the Clockwork. Over at the side of Last Ronin, we do have Bushido will be taking up your Invoker. Reldeem will be picking up on your Enigma, Exile, King, and Psycho on your Sven, Rubik, and Timbersaw respectively. So it looks like we might not be seeing Ronin. They don't look like they'll be grouping up as 5 to go into the jungle. At the same time though, we do see Sleeping Genesis. They look like they will be rotating up top to try and find an early pickoff, and they do have the ability to do it. Queen of Pain if she needs to level up her slow. Visage if he picks up his Soul Assumption. Rocket Barrage if picked up on Cronus. They have an easy killing lineup if they do find someone out in the jungle in an awkward position, especially if it's an Enigma. 300 movement speed is pretty fast movement speed for a hero of that caliber. A few of these other heroes are a little bit slow. You do have Cronus with an additional faster movement speed, as he's a damn flying machine. Visage on 290 and Crystal Maiden on 280. So he's got the average movement speed on 300, so he's not going to be too easy to take down, especially with this daytime vision. Should be able to easily spot them out if they do get close and into a mingle. So Van and Rubik will be rotating up top, and Timbersaw will be going down bottom. So they're not going to be looking for anything aggressive at the start of this game. Nothing in the jungle. We're playing pretty passive here. Well, who's going to go down bottom? He's like, I already missed the raiding party. I'm just going to go down bottom and into my lane. And they've smoked up. Queen of Pain. She's just walking backwards and forth. She's like, I'm not going first. We need someone that can pull out the stones. And Crystal Maiden, she's got the Frostfoot. She's got the lockdown. They're going to be looking. They're going to be searching. There are 3 heroes in here. 3 easily killable heroes. There is a stone picked up on Sven. There is a lift picked up. And there might be... Can they force the Malphus pick up Enigma? This could be big if they can force it out. They're going to pop the smoke around here. Smoke has been popped. They're walking around. They found Enigma. They get the first food out. This is going to be a lot of trouble. We have the Rocket Barrage. It's not going to land. Nice stun. Landed onto 3 heroes. Pull back onto 3 more heroes. But the damage and slow coming out of Enigma. Enigma's going to be in a lot of trouble. Can they find it? Soul Assumption. And there is the first blood going in favor of Sen on this Visage. So... there, nice smoke up, nice cake. It was very lucky that the smoke got ganked around here because the vision was not able to spot him. They knew someone was sitting around this area and they were able to pick them off. So very well played by Sen. Sleeping Genesis. Now just going to rotate back in. Ward up a little bit more. Block 1 camp. Nice vision of any possible TPs coming in and rotations coming from supports. And watch the bottom lane. Watch the river at the same time. Timbersaw, he was expecting an entire lineup of teams down bottom here, as he did have a defensive ward here, and he did do this block. With this block, well, you have to hope supports are coming in to do it, because it's going to ruin their lane, it's going to ruin the XP. However, it's going to be both offlaners, and that's not what they're going to be hoping for. And he blocks himself in there, he's not going to be doing too much. But after that first kill going towards Sleeping Genesis, Ronin, they're going to be scared. I mean, look at this. Enigma had to pick up Malphus, and that's not what you want to pick up as level 1. You want to get Demonic Conversion and start working in this jungle. So he has to sit in this lane. He has to steal a little bit of XP from Sven. He has to put himself in danger of these 3 heroes that are looking to kill. And Rubik, he's like, oh crap, my camp has been blocked. He throws down a sentry. They find a ward, so that's a lucky sentry. Being able to get rid of some vision. But he hasn't been able to find the sentry. Will he throw down another one, or will he think his camp's free? We will find out very shortly. Yeah, he's just going to wait for it to spawn. I don't think that would have blocked the spawn anyway. Just a little curious. Little ping's coming out. He's going to throw out a second one. These are overlapping quite heavily, so that's a waste of a sentry. They're not going to find anything. They got an observer, that's one thing, but they're not going to be able to get the camp back to their favour. And we do have a little bit of a soul assumption. I mean, Grave Chill coming down to Exile. Not going to go any further towards him. Just a man, just going to have a little look around. She's going to throw down a sentry of her own, but there's no observer ward as they were previously hoping. No, she's not. She's just going to walk back into the base. Anyway, let's jump into the mid lane. Sentinel on the Queen of Pain, sitting 1 for 2. Not doing too well. He does have an assist, so that is making up for the lack of creep kills he has been finding, or she has been finding. Bushido, on the other hand, Bushido's doing quite well. 6 for 4, being able to 9, slow down Queen of Pain and any potential farm. She does have a bottle that is about 30 seconds to where you want the bottle timing on your Queen of Pain. Timbersaw down the bottom against the Clockwork. We've got 5 for 1 Timbersaw, 7 for 1 Clockwork. He's using those cogs and just pushing and burning Timbersaw's mana down. Because if you burn Timbersaw's mana down, he's not going to burn your health. And you just, man, go mono to e-mono up against that Timbersaw. You should do pretty well as a Clockwork. Over in that net worth chart, Invoker's doing quite happy. Sitting on 1100, and now Enigma has popped up there. He's now in the jungle. He's now one happy person. Been getting rid of those disgusting mud golems. No one likes those things.
Missing top.
Walking around that jungle, continue farming up, but he's now happy he can sit on here. Those mana clarities are doing him wonders. We have a TP down bottom with the Rubik, TP down bottom with the Sven. They're rotating out. They've decided they've had enough of these 3 aggressive heroes. They're going to go down and they're going to get some farm on Sven. And I'm glad they did this. They decided, well, we're getting nothing. We're not going to make our only strongest hard carry pay for it. We're going to rotate down bottom and we're going to try and find something down here. And that 135 gold, sure, it's going to be a little bit of waste. He could have picked up boots, but now he can pick up more farm, more XP to himself. They're going to leave Timbersaw up here. He should do relatively fine. I mean, they do have a Frostbite, but you can Timber Chain out of that. They do have a Slow. Well, that's not going to do anything if you Timber Chain. Whereas Clockwork, he would burn your mana down, and you're just going to sit around here, take it up a little bit. Might see another point come in Timber Chain, might see another point in Reactor File. Either way, I'll help you survivability out. Enigma still working through that jungle. And we do have Queen of Pain picking up that Invis Rune for that additional bottle charges. I'm not quite sure she needed to desperately go down there. And actually, I missed first blood. Oh, not first blood. I missed the second blood of the game. Timbersaw actually did die, which is very, very strange. He had a Timber Chain to get away from the Frostbite, I'm presuming, which came down, and the Rocket Barrage coming out from Cronus. And where did he die? He died there, so he easily had enough to Timber Chain either direction, but they dived in hard, they found it, and now they're looking for Enigma. They're not going to find it. Queen of Pain, she was invisible, waiting for that rotation, but luckily enough, Enigma will survive any potential threats coming out there. In the meanwhile, this does open up the field a little bit further for Invoker to continue getting these last hits and getting this XP advantage over Queen of Pain. Because if Invoker can get the XP advantage, the Forge Spirit and the Cold Snap, that is potentially killable on Queen of Pain. She does have a blink, but you can cancel the cast animation of that with Cold Snap and those Forge Spirits if timed correctly, if those auto attacks come in, and you can easily pick off Queen of Pain as she doesn't have too much armor or health against her name. Speaking of the Forge Spirit, here we go. Forge Spirit comes out, Cold Snap, and this is just how much damage a Forge Spirit Cold Snap does. That was half her health in just 2 auto attacks from these 2 alone. Imagine once that next Forge Spirit comes out. We have a hookshot coming in. Clockwork, he's going in. He will find himself a kill on the King, even with the lift and throw outside the cogs. He pinged for maybe a little bit of support, but he doesn't need it. And now Exile is all alone against a level 6 Clockwork. That is something to be afraid of. That's something to fear, because that Clockwork already shows he's on. He likes the taste of blood. He's going to come for it. And these 2 supports, once again, rotating around the jungle, trying to find whatever they can. Looking for Ronin. Ronin. It is Ronin. Yeah, I was correct. And they got the Soul Assumption starting to be charged now. They got the Grave Chill out on him, chasing him down Frostfield. Soul Assumption, final auto attacks. Courier's got to be careful. And Enigma survives. They're not going to go any further than that. Very lucky for him to be able to get out of there now, Timbersaw. And the Invoker coming around. Vid, you have never been more dead in this game. And Timber Chain goes one way. The Buzzsaw goes the other. And they will pick up that Crystal Maiden. So at least they get a little bit of capitalization kill. Invoker's going to happily pick up an assist for that. A little bit of extra gold, a little bit of extra experience to continue to stay ahead of Queen of Pain. He is 1 full level in front of Sentinel. And Sentinel, he needs those XP because all his abilities do so much more each level they grab. It's 75 extra damage per level of Queen of Pain. There is another 30% extra on Sonic Wave when you level that up in Cold Snap. And those Forge Spirits doing a lot of damage to her. And down in bottom lane, we do have the initiation of Clockwork. He's trying to take down Exile, doing as much damage as he can. He's chasing him underneath the tower. Is he going to keep going? He is going further. Exile, there's no TP support coming out to help him. And he will pick up that kill. And he may even go down bottom and pick up a double damage rune if they're paying attention to the runes. Because they do have vision. And no one's gone down bottom. But that's another kill going to the Clockwork. And He's just such a strong hero, and that's what makes Sven such a bad hero early on in the game. It's because he's got no escape mechanism. Ooh, I have Warcry. I get a little additional armor, get a little bit more mobility, but what do? You can't do anything further from there. Not like some of these other heroes. I mean, you have a Milk, you force the Sentry to come out. You have Refraction, you'll be fine. Some of these other stronger heroes, you have your Gyrocopter, you throw down defensive cooldown, you have a high movement speed. In general, you can get on out of there without too much help. And he scales very well because he has that very strong damage and rocket barrage. So if someone like the Clockwork jumps on you, comes in melee range, you burn them down yourself. So I don't know. Sven was a very questionable pickup. It's only 8 minutes in. We do have a little look at that gold graph. It's only 2k advantage in front of Sleeping Genesis. Oh my god, my names are bad. And only 1k XP, so it is still fairly close. Invoker is still going to be the key factor in this game with that Enigma. Enigma needs to land these black holes. If she gets a black hole on 3 or more heroes, that is going to be the fight in their favor because, well, it's Enigma, is the simplest way to put it. So Queen of Pain, she will be bottling up her haste rune, her first rune of the game, that will actually help her refill her bottles. She's got boots, she's got a magic wand coming, and she's almost finished off her power trade. So they're all coming on in her way. She wants that regen, as Invoker's been doing a lot of harassment towards her. Down on bottom lane, might see a turnaround kill on Clockwork. Clockwork's on the run. Exile, he's not going to be able to get there in time. Cogs come out. TP support coming in from the Crystal Maid and from that Visage. And, well, once again with Exile, actually we do see a Sunstrike not going to be landing. We do, once again, with a Sven, the killing potential by yourself is just not high enough. You have a stun. The stun does 2 seconds. To be able to get in close, stun, and be able to do the damage in that time with the cast animation of God Strength, which is about half a second. That's 1.5 seconds you have to get on and then do damage before they're going to run. And it's just not well enough. Not long enough, and you just don't have the damage by yourself. Now, Sleeping Genesis, they're down bottom. They're going to start pushing this tier 1 tower. Gyrocopter, he's still not level 6 yet. He would love to hit level 6 to get some of that cooldown up and running. Once you pick out that cooldown, they might look to group up as 5 and start pushing these towers down. Queen of Pain is level 8. She's going to be looking towards picking up. What's she grabbing actually? She's got her boots coming away. She's got her wand, so she's not revealing what first item she wants to go for. And Hookshot comes on in. Invoker's in a lot of trouble. Does he have time to do any damage? No, he does not. There's no TP support coming in from the last Ronin. Do they even have TPs? King, nothing. You have Enigma still farming for that Blink Dagger. Timbersaw, well, he's Timbersaw. Last Ronin, they have no reactionary TPs. They don't have any ability to support heroes that get ganked in other lands. And that's just what's been happening this entire game. Especially from this Clockwork. He goes somewhere, he finds himself a kill. Now they're going to be looking to go down this bottom tower. This should be a fairly easy kill down the bottom tower. I mean, you have almost a max flat cannon coming on Gyrocopter, so he's going for that max farm build. And, I mean, why not? Flat cannon, Rock Barrage, obviously usually better in one-on-one skirmishes or even in team fights in general in this early game. But Flat Cannon, it helps him push his lanes, it helps him farm, and, well, they grabbed tier 1 top because of it, and now they're going to be working on tier 1 down bottom. What can they do about it? Invoker's down here, you have a Timbersaw, you have a Ronin. Will these be able to hold it off from this aggressive combination coming out from Sleeping Genesis? Sleeping Genesis. Oh, I apologize to anyone who is a fan of Sleeping Genesis that I've botched your name twice. We've got Clockwork, he's going top. They're all TPing up top. He's got a hookshot. It lands. Exile's in a lot of trouble. He's got nowhere to go. He can't even throw out a stun. He can't run away. And there is the kill on Exile. Once again, shown why Sven is not a great hero to pick up in these games. And now he's sitting 0 for 2. Sven's not finding any farm. He is 26 for 0. He is not going well at all. Speaking of going well, Enigma getting very close to that Blink Dagger. He's got 150 gold to go. Gyrocopter, he's got 46 creep kills. He's got a tower to his name. He's got 3 assists. He wish he could pick up some of those kills for an additional gold. But at the moment, what does it matter? You're 6-1 ahead. Exile, he's been shut down so hard it's not funny. Can they get a deny? You got a TP coming from the not the enemy, from the Invoker, and he does get the deny. He's going to be quite happy about that. And at the same time, Rubik manages to pick up the last hit down and bottom. So they grab a tier 1, they deny a tier 1, but they're currently still a tier 1 behind, and that's their mid hero. One of the very crucial towers in the game that is now gone. They've lost a lot of map position. I mean, you've lost your top one. There goes your safe lane farming. You've lost your middle. There goes any potential farming in middle or any defensiveness and TP reactionary if there's a Roshan or if there's anything going on middle. So last Ronin, they've got no map position. And speaking of no map position, where's their wards? They're currently blind. They're playing in the dark. Whereas Sleeping Geniuses, they have aggressive ward up top. And we have a nice hookshot coming in from Byago. An instant burst down on the Invoker. Will they be able to pick it up? Unfortunately, Rubik threw from here down here instead of up here. If they threw it up there, your teammate could have found himself a kill onto that Clockwork. Not going to be the case. He will get on out of there. Thanks to a little bit of help. So now, last Ronin, what can they do to get back into this game? Enigma is the first option, the first thing that comes to mind. He needs to start getting into these fights. He needs to start pushing. I mean, your Eidolons, they do so much damage. Level 4, they multiply, they do so much damage walking through into these tower pushes, but he's just been sitting in the jungle. He hasn't really been hoping. He doesn't have a TP to help out if required. So if you need that Blink Dagger into a black hole on somewhere like this, where you have support coming down from the Timbersaw and the Invoker, you're not going to be there, you're not going to be helping out. So now he's going to be rotating back to base. He's going to walk down to bottom lane. Going to walk down very, very casually, just strolling his way down. Now he's going to TP. This is what we need. So now going to TP for these reactionary TPs, and that's what Last Ronin need. They need reaction, they need coordination, and they need communication. Because if you have the reaction, you're going to TP in from the coordination and communication, get back around, and turn these aggressive heroes down. I mean, look at Clockwork. He's finding heroes out by himself because, well, there's no TP support. He easily picks off heroes one by himself. He's too tanky, he's too strong to be able to shut down Bio or Lonesome. And now they're going to be looking at Queen of Pain, but she's already blinked down here. Last Ronin, they're now holding hands, and holding hands isn't what they need to do unless they're pushing a tower. What are they pushing? Nothing. They're having bottom tower pushed, mid tower's being pushed, top lane is being decimated by a Clockwork who's happy to be by himself. Unless they push a tower, they shouldn't be grouped like this because they're losing out on the XP. And if you do want to have a little look at the gold's only 1500 in favor, which is a little bit surprising, but then you do have that Enigma in jungle getting a lot of farm, and so is that XP is only just a little over 1k in favor of Sleeping Genesis. They have a look like them we might see an initiation, but Sleeping Genesis, they know that 3 heroes are here. They know 2 heroes are missing off the map, so you know your Enigma is either in the jungle or waiting to jump on in and waiting to pounce. So they decide, we're not going to risk it, we're going to rotate out, we're going to continue farming the jungle, continue getting XP, and continue pushing our lead in terms of gold and farm. Have a little look at the items currently in game. You do have the Queen of Pain. She's going towards her Orchid Malevolence, so she's going for that early silence. Pick up that silence, she can shut down heroes such as the Enigma, especially before she can pick up a BKB of her own. You do have Crystal Maiden being pretty poor as a Crystal Maiden goes. Clockwork working towards his Aghanim Scepter. Visage got some base boosting, he's going to be working towards maybe that Medallion of Courage. Kronos, he's got his life still up and running as he did go for that max flat cannon build and max farm. Over the side of Ronin, we do have a Yield Scepter stun to be built from that Voka, I almost put his name there. Exile has only got boots and is working towards lifesteal, not what he needs to do. King, he's got Arcane Boots. Psycho, he's got Arcane Boots. We got Initiation coming on Exile. Exile's in a lot of trouble. Will we be able to get out of this? No, he won't. Nice for me, sense. And a bit black hole onto 4 heroes, onto a cooldown. This could be massive. Will be enough. That's 1 hero down, but it's not going to be enough. We do have Enigma's going to be running away. There's no follow-up. Sen, he's on the run. We do have Crystal Man throwing at that freezing field, doing whatever he can. Queen of Pain's on the run herself. Now we have the Cox coming in. Byago, he's going to find himself a kill. He needs to try and get on out of there before those storms, Forge Spirits kill him off. He will run, but they do lose a Gyro Cup, they do lose a Queen of Pain, but they pick up, once again, the Savan. They pick up the Enigma and the Timbersaw. That could have been so much worse if only Last Ronin were in position for that, for the stun, for the Chakram, for everything. That hurts to see. Last Ronin was so close to wiping out the entire tide of Sleeping Geniuses, but they just did not have the damage, and that makes me cry just a little. I mean, not because it was just a little bit of unfortunate positioning coming out by Last Ronin. You wanted them to grab that, you wanted them to come back into this game, but after that, well, they do lose a little bit further, but they're still not that far behind. They're still being able to find the farm around the map. Ooh, okay, now I get a little bit of a breather. Sen is back in middle lane. He will be working towards that medallion of courage, so I was currently right. Vid's going to try and pick up as much farm as she can. She's got her tranquil boots and maybe pick up a brace a little bit later when he has the money. The mechanism, is it currently being worked on the side of Sleeping Geniuses? It's not currently being picked up by anyone. We'll look to see possibly Crystal Maiden go towards that a little bit later. Not quite sure. And I was back to the items. Psycho, he's got that point booster up and running. He's going to be working towards his Bloodstone. And our favourite Enigma. He's got that Blink Dagger. He's got the Soul Ring. So, real team, he did a fantastic initiation. Just didn't have the follow-up. Now, Sleeping Geniuses, they're going in down to the bottom lane. They're going to be trying to push this. We do have the TP come out by the Clockwork. He's gone top. He wanted to go towards the Invoker, but once those Forged Spirits are out, you can't go anywhere. And actually, he hookshots in. Can Psycho help him out? He force-staffs himself out of there. And now we have the death of the Clockwork. The nice Sunshine predicted to where it would go. Psycho, will he be able to get on him? He's running for his life. Enigma, she's here. She throws out the Eidolon Stun. Not the Eidolon Stun. The Maleficent. They will find a second kill, and lost Ronin, they're not out of this game. They're looking towards Vid. Can Vid TP on out of it? He's going for it. He starts TPing. Can he get out of it? Do they have the damage? They do not have the damage. And the Crystal Maiden will TP out. We do have a stun. It will get dislodged. And now we've got the Maleficent on the Cronus doing a little bit of damage with his level 1 Rocket Barrage. Not as much as you'd like. If it was level 4, that would have done so much damage. Not going to be the case. It'll start working towards this top tower. You want some demonic conversions to come out very shortly to help with this push. At the same time, you do have Rubik. He's farming by himself down bottom of TP spot. Coming in from Sven. Now, the Sen, not Sven. And now, Clockwork. He's ready. He's ready to run. He's got a hook shot. Will it land? It does land. Onto XR. The one target he needed to hit on. Black holes in 7 seconds. Nice Queen of Pole coming through. Hitting on 2 heroes. Cooldown. Doing a little bit more damage onto these heroes with the snare and the damage on top of it. Now they're on the run. We do have a black hole. Black hole onto 2 heroes. Can they cancel it? No, they'll just do damage instead. Meteor coming through. Is it enough? Sen. He gets hit by the meteor. Not the meteor. By the stun coming out from that centaur, so they only find one turnaround kill on the black hole. Was it worth it? No, I don't think it was. You got a Visage, and you just wasted or used your 3-minute ultimate. Well, now they can't do it for 3 minutes. They can't even think about team fighting for 3 minutes. Because at the moment, if they don't have that black hole, that's the only thing keeping them in this game at times, unless they can find pickoffs. And Sleeping Geniuses, they know the black hole's down, so they just got to push. I mean, why be afraid anymore? Crystal Maiden is being destroyed by these Forged Spirits. Can the Forged Spirit Sentinel try to help? Can they get in there for the final auto attacks? They do not get the damage required, and she does TP on Ada. Once again, these Crystal Maiden survive in very, very high-risk situations. And on very low health. Exile, our carry on last Ronin, still not getting anywhere near the farm you need. He's decided, oh crap, I can't get my... that I can't think of. I can't get my Mask of Madness. That's the word. I can't get my Mask of Madness. It's not going to help me. I'm already squishy enough. I'm going to work towards the drums. I'm going to get some more movement speed and stats for my team. But drums at 25 minutes in, by the time he'll pick it up, is not going to be worth it. I mean, you want it at so much earlier, when it's cost efficient, when it's effective, when you have that move speed and the additional stats, and we have a hookshot coming in with that evil, demonic Forged Spirit. And now they will be able to retreat out of the Clockwork. How's he coming along in his Aghanim Scepter? He's got 2 of it. He's got 1,030 gold to go before he does that Aghanim Scepter, and 12-second cooldown. 6-second cooldown, whatever. 12-second cooldown before he can just create consistent havoc all the time, every time. Black Hole, still 75 seconds. They still can't look to fight this. They need that Black Hole. Sleeping Geniuses, they're looking on the prowl. They want to find a kill. What are they going to do? They're just sitting around. They're waiting. Last Ronin, if they move away from these towers, they will die. And actually, they're just going to rotate top. They unfortunately do not get the deny, so Sentinel does break up their team fight potential down here. So they're just going to have to back. We do see the TP going down bottom. That will help him out quite a lot. Cronus now going to get some more farm. And speaking of Cronus, he's 98 for 25 denies. So he's getting a lot of farm currently in the game. He's not the highest farmer in the game, however. position does go to Invoker, as Invoker has been picking up those kills, has been picking up those assists, whereas Gyrocopter's only got 7 assists, no kills against his name. So support Kronos is what we're looking at right here. But continuing the net worth, you do have the next 3 taken up by Sleeping Geniuses, Gyrocopter, Queen of Pain, and that Clockwork. Finally, the Enigma will pick up after the rear, and the rest of the heroes aren't doing too well. I mean, your poor Kaori, he's 4.5, not even 4.5k at 22 minutes in. You should be 4.5k about 13, 14 minutes in. So he's 10 minutes behind your target. And that's, like I've been saying the entire game, that's a Sven for you. However, Sven and the Enigma can still work wonders if they, pardon me, if they can time it correctly. And now, Black Hole is off cooldown. Why didn't you pick level 2 of Black Hole? That hurts. Level 2, it gives you more minimum damage, gives you more max damage, and it does, well, it helps add about almost 300 damage onto your Black Hole. If you can get the nice edicts down on top of it, Midnight Pulse down on top of it, that can rip through these very higher tankier heroes. Even these lower heals will just fall without too much warning. However, I don't agree with that. He will pick it up, however, he did go for and favourite for the extra point in Midnight Pulse, I believe. 4, 8, 10, 11. Yeah, so he picked up for the extra point in Midnight Pulse. Which generally you do not have time to do in these games, because you jump in you're going to be Black Hole, and you don't have time for the Midnight Pulse, or there is the time for Queen of Pain to blink on out. You have time for Frostbite. You have time for all these abilities to be able to cancel you or ruin you in that animation as you throw down the Midnight Pulse. So I don't know. I don't like that at all. He's going to start working towards his BKB. He's got his Ogre Club. He's working towards his Mithril Hammer. So he's only got about, I think it's 1700 gold to go for that BKB to be picked up and running. Now we have a group up once again in mid lane. Sven, he's going to have to TP back. He picks up a little bit of gold. He still doesn't have his BKB, which he desperately desires in this game, which is strange. He's going all around the place. He decided, I might go for Drums, picks up a Bracer, doesn't go any further. I might go for some lifesteal. I might go for the Mask of Madness, cancels it at just the lifesteal. Just the lifesteal is not enough to help you in these engagements. Sure, it's 15%, but you need additional stats, such as the Mask of Madness gives you the attack speed and makes you a little bit squishy, or the other lifesteal one that's not currently come to mind, Helm of Domination, which does give you that creep and the ability to stack camps for you to get a little bit farm. Now, they're going to be looking, they're going to be killing. Someone in chat did ask about Midnight Pulse being put down with the ultimate. That only happens with your Aghanim Scepter if you have the upgrade. But you can't expect an Enigma getting an Aghanim Scepter. And even if you did have an Aghanim Scepter, well, Midnight Pulse will be effective later on in the game when you have it fully upgraded. Still not too good at the start of the game. Yeah. Went to a little bit of a farm contest, but which is surprising is the gold and XP is fact in favour of Last Ronin. And that's purely because Exile, he's trying to farm around the map when there's nothing going on. Enigma is getting a nice farm from the jungle, and Sleeping Geniuses, they're trying to 5-man this and trying to take these engagements, but they haven't been able to force them as of yet. They're just waiting for Enigma to jump on in. Enigma hasn't been jumping, so they back off and wait for the next time Enigma tries to jump on in. And speaking of Enigma, he's waiting. He's got the blink. His blink will come out to about here, so he's got to be very careful to where he does blink on in. Queen of Pain is currently not situated in the battle zone for this fight. They're going to be hard. They're waiting around. Gyrocopter still only has 2 points in Rocket Barrage. I believe he took 1 point up in stats. I do not agree with you there. I'm completely wrong. Those 3 points are from his magic wand. GG, casters a scrub. So Last Ronin. I don't think they should be coming out here. This is a bad life decision if they decide to come out here, because Last Ronin, they're not in. This is Sleeping Geniuses territory. Anywhere that's not next to a tower is Sleeping Geniuses territory. Even then, Sleeping Genius is still coming. Exile is TPing away for a little bit of farm. They might see him down there, and this might be the opportunity they want to go for this tower. Because without the Enigma, without the stun on top of that, they can't take the fights. We've seen it before, and it will happen again. And now, he TP's bottom and starts to walk back towards mid. He doesn't know what he wants to do. This is losing farm. This is causing utter chaos for him. But at the moment, it looks like both sides, they don't know what they want to do. Sleeping Geniuses, they're just going to keep pressure in the middle. They're not getting too much there. Bottom lane, they're actually going in on hard. Can Queen of Pain get on out of there? She blinks. She's away. She'll pick up a TP, and she's going to be out of there. She doesn't even know she wants to TP. She does see those heroes go back. And at the same time, this says, Sleeping Geniuses, let's push towards this mid-tier 1 tower, and that's what they do. They get a little bit more chip damage on it. Not enough to take it down. Not enough to put it into denial range, but enough for the next pressure to put it down and out of this engagement, or off this map. Once again, Sentinel just being a total pain in the rear, pushing down. Those Forged Spirits are doing a lot of damage, how they're starting to stack up, starting to attack him down. I mean, look at that, that's half health right there and there. Forged Spirits, OP, man. Oh, bloody P. And now, Invoker. They're just going to rotate back into the jungle, back into their favourite part. However, once again, Lost Ronin, no vision anywhere. Some of the defensive areas you think they might have vision, nothing. Sleeping Geniuses though, they have the vision, they have the rotation. They saw 3 heroes rotate through here, so they know where some heroes are currently situated. Then they see the others on the map, so they know what's up, where everyone is, and that just gives Queen of Pain continue pushing. She picks up a Necro, so she's going for a push style. She's not going for the auto attack damage you see on some Queen of Pains. She's not going for the Scythe, for that lockdown. She is going for push. Because at the moment, what is she doing? She spent the last 5 minutes pushing bottom lane. Slowly chipping out this tier 2 tower. A little bit of a look at this hero levels. Queen of Pain bringing up the front with the 15 hero level. Invoker at 14. Heroes at 13 are the Clockwork and Gyrocopter. 12 on the Timbersaw. 11 on Sven and Enigma. And the supports are down on 9. And now, Timbersaw, we did hear a Malphistine going off somewhere. Sentinel is in a lot of trouble. Cold Snap is enough to kill him off. So, Queen of Pain, as I said at the start of the game, Cold Snap combined with a little bit of auto attack damage will kill him off. And then the Malphis, we have a hookshot coming on Exile. It's not going to be the Cogs. Cogs will be used defensively to get on out of there. And now we have Timbersaw. He's trying to get on in. He doesn't have enough health to take this all down. He will fall for his insolence. Trying to get on in there for his over-aggressive. And a Queen of Pain goes down. A Timbersaw goes down. You've just given away your advantage of kills in that situation. And that will slow down Timbersaw's progression on his Bloodstone. He is now down back to 1k gold. So what is that? You almost have your Vitality booster, and that's about it. And now we are going back on in for a little bit more aggression. Cold Snap comes down to Sven. Sen's trying to tank it up himself and take this down. The Forge Spirits, they're not attacking Sen. They are attacking. There we go. He does finally pick it off. The room does help out there. We do have a rocket chasing down an Enigma. Not going to be enough. We do have the Meteor trying to slow down Kronos. Kronos is still going towards that tower. He's not going to be able to fight it. Hookshot comes on in. There goes the Invoker. He gets coaxed down. He will die. That's a killing spree going towards the Clockwork. Clockwork, however, will die for his time. Exile, once again, not going to do anything. Will we see a black hole? He's got no mana. He pops the soul ring and it cancels. GG Enigma. He does not have enough mana. He pops his black hole and that goes that fight. However, Psycho is back in the fight. He's chasing down Vid. They're chasing him down hard. Can Crystal Maiden get on out of this? Slow's been thrown down by Sailor. Once again, he's TP'ing. Hero TP coming from Vid. 3rd time in the game and he is gone and out of here. Oh, man, this Crystal Maiden is one slippery devil. She is sliding all over the place. She is sliding as if she was on ice. Okay, I completely ruined that pun. I apologize to everyone watching. But that fight, that could have been so much better for either team, especially Lost Ronin. You had your Enigma, he was kind of out of place. He had his Black Hole whiffed. Speaking of which, he still hasn't picked up level 2 of Black Hole. Damn it, Enigma. Damn it, shreds. And that's what happened there. He jumped on in, threw down the Midnight Pulse. What happened? Ooh, oh shit. I have nothing to do to be able to get off my Black Hole. And, well, he got picked off because of it. So, Enigma, Midnight Pulse. Midnight Pulse is not the way to go, ever. Midnight Pulse is great, but in that situation, it's just utterly terrible. It's great to throw around a tower if you're standing back here, because then it will do your damage on top of a tower. If any melee hero tries to get in range, if Gyrocopter gets in range, he will take a little bit of damage. And then if they do get a little bit more aggressive or push into it, boom, then you Black Hole, and you ruin their day. Instead, he jumped on in, he threw the Midnight Pulse, and ruined. And yes, I am going on about this Enigma, but Enigma is the game decider right here for Lost Ronin. If they get a fantastic Black Hole, they turn this game back around, and they will take the lead. they'll take the lead straight back into their favour, because at the moment they are still holding on in terms of gold and XP, and this is what's strange. They are able to absorb XP in every part of the map, especially the jungle. Because they've done so well in the jungle and Enigma can farm easily with her Eidolons, they're being able to keep up with this gold and XP.
Boom, there
And
it
I'm
goes.
just going to have a short talk, but I need to grab a drink of water, so excuse me for a moment. And I am back. Water, how it's soothing on the throat. And now, let's have a look at these items currently up in the game. Queen of Pain, got her Orchid, got her Necronomicon up and running. She's got 13k in the piggy bank. We have Crystal Maiden, who has an urn, so she's a little bit more tanky, got a little bit more support with her healing. Got some wards up and running on her. Clockwork, we have seen his Aghanim Scepter being used to full effect so far in this game. He's got a bracelet to give him a little bit more tanky and damage initiation. And actually, we'll come back to that. We've got a smoke coming up in last resort. They're going for it. They're rotating around this jungle. Can they find it here? Once again, they're going for this Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain. Will you be able to get out of it in time? A Malefice and a Cold Snap once again will kill this Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain is going to be walking straight into this. Smoke has been smoked. They have found her. Queen of Pain binks. But she's out of there. They're still chasing them down. They're going to try to stun, 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 stun. No! Stun is whiffed and Queen of Pain is out of there. Oh, Exile, you hurt me. You hurt my feelings. You hurt everything. Oh. 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 Anyway, we have a hookshot coming on in. Clockwork, he's not going to miss his attack. We've got a BKB and a 4-staff out. He's in a lot of trouble. They do have a Black Hole needed. We have Clockwork, he's taking a lot of damage. We have Goldstrike, Black Hole onto one here. It is on Cronus. Will be enough. They do pick him off. That is their big hero down. Sentinel, you're in a lot of trouble. He's already been forced out of fight. They found 2 heroes. The Enigma has fallen down. Bushido, he's going to turn around. Will these Forge Spirits do enough to send to take him down? That's 9 stacks currently. That's 10 negative armor. They will pick him down. That's the 3 hero down. They're looking towards Vid. Vid, he's gone down for the fight. That is 4 heroes. They're turning this game back around. Queen of Pain managed to pick up a kill on the backlines, but will Queen of Pain die for it with the Cold Snap on top? She will. And last Ronin, they're back in this game. Oh man, last Ronin, they've had their very questionable modes, but now they've put this back in. Sleeping Geniuses. Oh, I don't know what they were doing, but now they are back in. They've just given Last Ronin a bone, and they've thrown. I'm not going to say they've thrown the game, but well, they've thrown their advantage they've had. If you want to have a look at that gold, the gold is going to be shooting down all the way back down to even. The XP is in favor of Last Ronin. Oh man, Sleeping Geniuses. Where did they go wrong there? They went wrong by a little bit of staggerness. They had a fantastic initiation, but because Clockwork initiation so far out, the rest of his teammates were so far behind. You couldn't do anything about it, so Clockwork got picked off. Boom, that's a 4v5. You had your Enigma, he picked off the key target in that fight. Gyrocopter didn't even get a cooldown down, didn't get any flak damage. He popped his BKB for nothing. 10-second BKB, and he dies. So he got picked off the fight. We did have the Queen of Pain. He was working around and picking off those back heroes. You had the Forge Spirits ripping through the Visage and the Crystal Maiden in the backlines, but Sleeping Geniuses, they were just so segregated, and Last Ronin, they capitalized because they were all standing there waiting to fight for it, even after the very, very pitiful stun coming up by Exile. Oh, Exile. Why? Why? Anyway, I just need to write this down on a notepad for a second. 34 minutes was a pretty decent fight. Decent fight. Ronin versus Sleeping. Blah, blah. Okay, I'm good. Just writing down a little bit of time so we know. I know what are some of the good players, what that I've casted or what I have seen. And now we have a hookshot coming on in, but nothing. Psycho's gonna be like, what the hell? And walk away. Clockwork throws out his battery assault. And now they're going to be looking to fight once again. How is Sven's calm? Sven's calm. How is Sven's farm coming along? He has a BKB, so he's going to be able to stand and fight. But the damage, where the hell is your damage? God Strength. Most of you say, oh, I've got God Strength, I can do 250 damage. If you had some damage items up on you, you had your Mask of Madness, you'd be hitting 2 attacks per second, and that would be doing some decent damage, but I've only got BKB. I can survive. But is surviving enough when they can kite you with a stun? With a jump, with a fast movement speed hero, with a clockwork that's going to segregate you and your team. Is it enough is the big question. I honestly don't think it will be, but they are back into this game. Gold graph slowly moving in favour, XP graph. Little lost hits and denies for those of you who do so much care this far into the game. You do have Gyrocup sitting on 192 crit kills, followed by Queen of Pain 183, which she is constantly trying to split push. Invoker 159, Enigma 126, Sven 121, and the Timbersaw at 98. Yeah, we have Sleeping Geniuses. Do they have a smoke? Smoke's up on the courier. They've smoked up as 5. They're going to be on the rotation. I'm surprised no one has tried an attempt at Roshan this game. Maybe rotating through the jungle and talking a little bit quieter means no one can hear me. And they're going to have a little bit more success. So, just going to walk around this jungle. Not going to find anyone. The entire side of Last Ronin, they've picked up some smokes of themselves. So, you're going to be thinking about smoking and sneaking around themselves. Will they find anyone is another question. They're grouping up. Sven's like, I'm just going to push out this lane. I'm going to walk back and completely reveal that we're trying something suspicious. So I'm going to rotate back behind as well and give away, we're trying something suspicious. Will Sleeping Geniuses know that they're trying something suspicious? They're gone. They've decided they're not going down bottom lane. No one's down bottom lane. They've seen everyone up at top lane. They're going to start rotating up top. They've got no vision. They do have a little bit of vision up on their ward. Ramps. That's going to show where they currently are. They've seen the 2 frontline heroes in terms of nighttime vision. Following 3 heroes are yet to be found or spotted on the map. They don't want to be walking up this hill. They need to get up here hard and fast. Timbersaw, he's found out Sen. Sen, you're going to take a lot of damage. He gets hit by the stun in the face. We have a BKB being popped. We have a black hole. Black hole. It will end up to 2 heroes. Will this be enough? Clockwork, he jumps on into it. This is enough. That is 4 heroes. That going down. Sentinel, you are a Queen of Pain, buddy. You've got nothing against us. You will dislodge a stun. And the Sven, he kills himself on the Necro units. Sentinel picks up a double kill thanks to his Necro units. Will they be able to pick up a kill on him? He will run out of there, but... Exile. Why, man? Why? Why? Oh, Exile. Why'd you turn to those Necro capes? That hurts. Oh, Exile. Nate. I've got nothing against you. I love you, but Exile. Anyway, we do have a nice fight once again coming from Last Ronin. They are keeping up. They are keeping fighting. They are not giving up. When everything looked grim at the start of the game, they're pulling this back around. And once again, Enigma doing those key black holes when needed. And now they've got another tower. They're evening up the tower advantage. They're only 1 tower behind. Still, they've started to grab some map vision back around. They've got a little bit of vision down bottom. Unfortunately, if there's a smoke in, they're not going to be able to spot that out. But at least they can keep an eye on when these wards spawn in. Speaking of wards spawn, Invoker picks up a haste of himself. Sven, he's going to rotate down and back. Oh, I hate the Sven and Sen stuff. You two are the bane of my existence. For everyone who knows my casting, I'm terrible with names. So these two are just ruining things for me. And he's going on in. We get the stun off. There is a blink on cooldown. And there we go. He's got it up, so it's not going to worry him too much. Yeah. I tapped out. What is this? Okay. Here we go. Timbersaw. Rubik. Can they make any plays? They're going to start grouping back up again. Necro units are pushing out Exile. Be careful, mate. They will demolish you. Look at him. He doesn't want to even go near that creep anymore. He's like, oh shit, it killed me last time. There we go. It puffs. He's got to let that archer creep take the damage. Oh, that cracking voice. Puberty. Man, it hurts. Vid. Gonna be doing a little bit of D-Ward, and this is exactly what they did. They get a little bit of vision down, but this vision is still up for another 2 minutes. And that's what they need. Another 2 vision down here. If they can get a nice uphill engagement, if Sleeping Geniuses decide to take it, I really can't see Sleeping Geniuses taking engagements anymore. They try and fight it. They need to split push, and that's what Sentinel thought at the start. He's like, okay, they've got the strong late game with Sven. They've got a very strong Enigma coming on, and we're starting to lose some of these fights. What shall I do? I shall pick up a little bit more push. I can keep these lanes pushed out, grab a little bit of farm and XP, and that will help me out in later game. Is it level 3? I believe it is level. Yeah, it is level 3. Why not? So he's trying to push these lanes out and keep Last Ronin rotating around the map. If you're keeping them rotating around, you're keeping your heroes in the farming lineup, and they can keep going and getting some XP to catch back up. But have a little look at these graphs as I Press start menu. Oh, god damn it. Where's my binding? There we go. There goes my start menu. I'm not putting up with that anymore. Anyway, have a look at these hero levels. Queen of Pain, 22. Invoker, 19. Timbersaw, 18. Gyrocopter on that 16 with that Sven. Clockwork's on that 15. He's looking for level 3 himself for that 2-second stun, the increased duration of that range, and the increased damage. Got Enigma sitting on 15. He still hasn't leveled up Black Hole. Ah! Oh! I'm going to have a word with you after the game. You've been doing great, Black Holes. Black Holes would be even better if they were leveled up. Yeah. So he's still got level 1 Black Hole. Rubik level 14, Crystal Main 13, and the Visage is now sitting on level 12. So they do have the XP, they've got the gold advantage. Sleeping Geniuses, what can they do to come back in this? Because officially and technically, they are sitting behind the 8 ball. They need to start finding pickoffs. Every time they try and find a pickoff, it's been too obvious. And last Ronin, they've been trying to find a pickoff at the same time. And speaking of finding a pickoff, they got a smoke on pass. They got 5 heroes here. There's no Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain showed herself up top. And if they know she's up top, they can go for this fight. They're going for a Roshan. If they can sneak this Roshan in, this is going to be massive. Getting the ages in these very close fights could be spell disaster for Sleeping Geniuses. Now, we're just waiting. Will there be any initiation? Will they scout it out? Scout it out. We got some scouts coming in. The D Warden. But will they go? Come on. Visage, Familiars, please. No! You're going the wrong way. So this is going to be a sneaky Roshan attempt coming for Last Ronin. They might give up a tier 2 tower for this, but if you pick up an Aegis, that is going to be big. And here we go. Aegis picked up. It goes to Sven. Sven, he's going to, for once, survive these engagements. Whether he will kill a Necro unit or not, it won't matter. And there goes the tier 2 up top. So it is a trade of Roshan for a tier 2 tower, but it doesn't matter. We do have an Aegis, but we do need to see the push come out. Same time, Queen of Pain doesn't care. She's just going to continue pushing. And here comes the right-click damage. She now has a Desolator up and running. But by the time the Desolator is effective, I mean, sure, she's still going to be doing these right-click damage. Invoker, however, has already got some health to sustain it. Enigma can take quite a few hits. Timbersaw, he's got his reactive armor, is working towards his Shivers gun. So he's got some armor to his liking. And not to mention Sven, he's got a little bit of armor. So negative armor does come into play, but it's a little bit later than what you'd like. But they do need to transition to this auto attack damage because at the moment Gyrocopter can't do it all, and every single time he gets caught up in a black hole and he can't do anything anyway. So Kronos, sit at least 20 feet behind the battle and let someone else get black holed. That's what you need to do to be able to do a successful engagement, as he has that BKB, the MKB, which can cause a mini stun through that black BKB. If he causes that mini stun, well, there goes your black hole. There goes your big initiation item, and there goes one of the biggest things keeping Last Ronin into the game. And now Exile, they're working towards this tier 2 tower. Sen, he's going to throw the Grave Chill onto a creep. That poor innocent creep will be slowed down and then instantly demolished by the other creep. Extreme creep aggros. And now we're going to have TPs out from an aggressive Sentinel. She is doing a lot of damage to this tier 3 tower. It is down to half HP. And that is just due to Rat's Dota at its finest. Not going to fight you. I'm just going to push every single lane and force you to react. Whew, a little bit of buy. Let's have a little look at the net worth, as I can't say words. Net worth, Invoker is sitting on top of the scoreboard. You have your Queen of Pain at 1800, Gyrocopter at 1500, but he's 15,000 I should say. His 15,000 means jack all, as he gets killed off every time. His BKB is down to 8 seconds, but that's a lot of time on your BKB. That's enough to survive a black hole. I mean, it's enough time to stand in a black hole and use your BKB. Timbersaw is now sitting on 13k, Enigma is now down to 11k, Clockwork's at 11, and your Sven's now down to 11, so Sven is so far down the scoreboards for being a carry, it's not really where you want him to be, but at least he's now picking up those bigger items. He's got a Crystallis next to his name, he's got his Mask of Madness, so he's got to start ripping through his heroes, and if Enigma's there to put down that black hole, cleave all the heroes. And you'll do a lot of damage, especially if you get a lucky crit, you'll just ruin them. You'll ruin the day of Sleeping Geniuses. Now Sacco, working down. Reclaimed in 2 in 50 seconds, so Aegis is going to run out shortly, so they need to push. They need to do something against this lane. They can't just let this Aegis run out. You picked up a sneaky Roshan. Now use it to your advantage. Here we go. We got a smoke. They're pointing down into the jungle. Luckily for Sentinel, he's Queen of Pain. He's going to get out and run into the bottom lane. For the people say I was actually coughing, it was like a sarcastic cough. Just to let you guys know. I guess my sarcasm is a little bit shitty. Anyway, they're going into mid lane. They're going to rotate in. There's 2 heroes here. Can they find him? They're going to find Sen. They got the blink on in. Malphus, but an instant BKB. He's going to be running. Will they expend the black hole for it? No, they won't. Hookshot comes in on the backlines. It's going to segregate the team just a little bit. Bushido's taking a little bit of damage. But Biker, he's going to be burst out. He's going to be forced off out. He will fall. He's the first hero to fall down in this engagement. TP out from the Gyrocopter, so he will survive. Crystal Maiden will die to Sven. That is 2 heroes down. Can they buy back? Clockwork can buy back. Crystal Maiden cannot. So this is going to be a 4v5 engagement, but at the same time, Sentinel is going against this tier 3 tower. He's almost going to find the kill. He's going to blink on in. He's chasing him down, and there's the Malphus Orc in the malevolence damage that will pick him off. Now he's going to be on the retreat. Found a tier 3. The Necromocon's going to start working towards his racks, and well, at the same time, last Ronin, they're going in hard. He's going to try and expand that Aegis. How much time does he have on Aegis? Who cares? It will now be popped. There's still a black hole and Enigma. Sleeping geniuses, they have to be careful. We do have a soul assumption coming on out. It will do a little bit of damage. It will force him away. It did pop the berserk, so he took a little bit extra damage than what he should have. But Queen of Pain still down on bottom lane here. Still being very aggressive. She's being an absolute pain in the rears. You try and do anything, she's there to completely negate that. And Ronin Exile. Exile couldn't get away from that. Rocket coming his way. And I'll be with you in a second. Just gotta grab a drink. And I am back, so net worth still looking good for the Queen of Pain, sitting up on 20.5k, 20.5k of gold, so she's sitting really high and mighty up in there. She's saving. She's got 5.2k to her name. What does she want to work next? I really think she should pick up a Scythe next. Scythe will enable her the lockdown, the silence, the additional damage, and just the control for her to be able to solo these Raxes by herself. Invoker sitting on 19k. He's got the Scythe, got a Blink Dagger, and an Aghanim Scepter to his name. Do I feel as if this Aghanim Scepter is worth it? Definitely. Blink Dagger, not necessarily. In this current fight, you're letting your Enigma jump on in. You're not the one trying to initiate here. I think that could have been used, that 2100 could have been used in elsewhere, especially since he's got 4.2k up and running. Timbersaur's got the Shiver's Guard. Bloodstone, a little bit of Blade Mail. Sorry, my brain's going to mush. But these extended games kind of get to me, especially when I'm solo casting and I do pretty much destroy my voice in such close games such as this. Crystal Maiden decides it's her time to split push this, so she's up top by herself, pushing this lane up and running. This is the time for Last Ronin to find a pickoff. If they can find a pickoff for Queen of Pain, that's cool. Blink on in! Scythe! Can they get it, Sentinel? You're in a lot of trouble. And Bushido, what are you doing, man? You aimed the wrong direction. And now that's going to be Queen of Pain. She's going to be out of there. If he'd started Cold Snap and auto attacking against that Queen of Pain, that would have held her back just a little bit further. We would have seen Enigma blink on in, get that Malphus stun off, and that would have been the death of Queen of Pain. That would have forced a buyback or an extended period, as she is level 25, so a 90-second cooldown. Now, Sen is in a little bit of trouble here. We'll get on out of here. Rocket's being thrown out, but Rocket, what are you going to do at this stage of the game? Not going to do too much. Timbersaw just picking up a little bit of extra farm. Let's open up the items graph for all you spectators at home. You can have a little look at them. Don't really need to go to it. There's not too much big items, except for Sven, who's now picked up that damage edge, going for his date Dallas, which can give out some big crits. Kronos, he's now picked up a Reaver himself, which he's now going to be a lot more tanky in these team fights, so he should be able to survive a black hole. And now they're rotating down bottom. Will they be able to find out these 3 heroes? They're all alone. Can they sandwich them here underneath this near where the tier 2 tower should be? We have a stun coming out on Clockwork. Clockwork's in a little trouble. Will he use his Aghanim Scepter and his hookshot to get on out of here? The crits and the damage coming out. BK being popped, but they don't have anyone here. We have a blink coming in from that Enigma. We still do not have that black hole. Black hole! Black hole! Why use the black hole? You got a Visage Familiar. This could be the game for him. We have the nice Sonic's Wave and Scream coming out from that Queen of Pain. They still haven't been able to find anyone else yet. Sako does pick off a kill himself. That is 3 heroes down on Ronin. Buyback coming from that Clockwork, but it's still a 3v2 fight currently down for Sleeping Geniuses against Ronin. And, well, they take that fight considerably well. That black hole, it landed on a Visage Familiar, and that cost them the fight. That really, really costed them that fight. It's now a cooldown for 2.5 minutes. This says Sleeping Jesus, they can walk into the space now. They've got nothing to fear. They have a hookshot in, cogs onto 2 heroes. Now there's a lot of damage. We do have a force scarf coming out. Bushido, he is silenced, so he can't pop off anything he wants to. Sako's trying to take it up as much as he can. Will he be able to do it is another question. He is still surviving. He's got 12 charges on the Bloodstone. He's going to run out. Will he pick up that kill? Sentinel is going to run on out of there. He will trade his life for it. Actually, no, he won't. He will hookshot out of that run. Unfortunately, that Sunstrike's not going to land on anyone. But they got the racks, they got a kill, and then they got out of there. That's all they cared about. And Roshan will be spawning in about a minute 20 seconds. I'm going to be quite happy about that.
I thank you.
But they're going to check this now, just to make sure it's not up and running yet, which, unfortunately, they're not going to find it. But it does respawn in a minute.
Players here.
Whew. Okay. Now let's have a little look at this gold graph. Gold graph, once again, doesn't mean absolute jack at this stage game. 53.5 minutes in. You have 5,000 XP in favor of Ronin. The stage of the game means absolutely nothing. What this comes down to is the team fights. What this comes down to is Enigma. What this comes down to is if Gyrocopter can stay alive. If any one of these things happen, they will majorly influence this game and the outcome. There is currently a rack stand, but they're pushing bottom. Do they have the TPs to get back home? They do. So tier 3's got to be pushed in mid lane, and it's already down to half health. Cronus is starting to rip through it. They're going to continue working it through. There comes 1 TP, 2 TPs are coming. Where's the rest of them? 3. We have a nice deafening blast into a meteorite, doing a little bit of damage to Cronus. It's not going to force the BKB out of him. It will force the Manta Star trying to chip down that tower, and here we go. Here comes the initiation. Exile is going to try and rip through. Can he get a lucky crit? He doesn't get that one. He gets that one, and he will pick off the Clockwork, so they do find 1 kill. Now, they're going to continue, but at the same time, Rat Dota Sentinel, he's going towards his top tower, and it's lost. Ronin, they don't know about this. They're like, holy, they're coming up top. They're going to be looking for Sentinel, but Sentinel is already out there. He's gone TP. Cold snap. No. The nighttime vision does allow him to TP on out of that too much damage. At the same time, look at the damage done to that tower. It almost goes down. It's down to a deny range. And now they're like, oh, we've opened up some room. We got lanes pushing. Let's go grab our Roshan. Force them to come towards us. And the buyback status. This is all we really need to care about at the moment, is the buyback status. Who can get back into these fights the fastest? One of these heroes have picked up their fight boots, so the rich ones, they'll be able to get back in after they buy back. Timbersaw, he'll just be able to get back in out of nowhere because he's got 13 charges up on his Bloodstone. So he should have close to an instant respawn, about 14 seconds at the current level he is at. Let's have a look. Timbersaw's at level 21, so about 15 seconds at his current level for 15 charges. But this is going to be an easy Roshan. Ronin, they didn't really have anything to scout this out. Vision is a little bit lacking. They got a defensive ward here, but that's not what they need. But they're pushing through mid, and will they be able to get to the tier 3 before Queen of Pain can get to the top tower? That is the big question. Because if they can, they have more damage than the Queen of Pain to be able to rip through these towers, rip through the racks, and maybe even go for the tier 4s and Ancients if they're really ballsy enough. Enigma, Black Hole, he's got it up and running, he's got his Perseverance, so he wants to build his Restoration, his Restoration Stone, no, what's it called? Refresher, that's the word, I said that earlier today. And now, they're waiting, they're holding out. The longer they hold out, the more Queen of Pain pushes in. And speaking of Queen of Pain, she's picked up the tier 3, she's going towards the racks. This is another racks going down at the cost of what? Nothing. Exile gets pushed in, he's got a lot of damage against him, he needs to run, he doesn't have the health to fight it, and Queen of Pain Hello, hello. 3 racks. I'm going to rotate towards mid. I'm going to find your mid tier 3. The tier 4s are taking damage. The racks are taking damage. We have damage coming in. Black hole. Jump on in. Black hole. It does land onto 2 heroes. Clockwork. He's going to walk in. That's 3 hero black hole. Do they have enough damage? That is the Aegis. It's being popped down. Psycho, he doesn't have enough health to stand in this fight. Deny yourself. Deny yourself. He doesn't need to deny stuff. He's too skillful to get on out of it. Rubik falls. Enigma's on the run. Does have a blink. TPs. He should have blinked. If he'd blinked, he would have been able to TP. And Queen of Pain in the backlines takes the racks, and the GGs are called. Sleeping Genesis, they take a game that they almost looked like they were gonna lose through that mid game, and wow, that was a back and forth game. Big mistakes coming out from both sides, which could have won them the game a little bit earlier, or given them a bit of an advantage, but that happens in a game that's this stressful. And I've been Dota Yoshi. If you did enjoy my casting, it would mean a lot if you do follow me on Twitter at Dota Yoshi. YouTube is where all my VODs go, so youtube.com/Dota Yoshi. Thank you to our sponsor, Weta, for sponsoring our fantastic tournament winning prize of the Axe statue. And thank you to the audience and the in-game viewers for supporting Defense of the Australians. We do have more games coming up. We still have games coming for another 3 hours, I believe. So stick in, stay tuned, and you'll be seeing more very shortly.